Live from Aunt Betty's studio in Carson City, Nevada.
From First Presbyterian Church, where we're opening the gospel to Carson City and beyond, it's the Mary and Sherri Show. Wow, thank you.
I know, I did them.
That was very sweet of you.
I was thinking of gobbling because Thanksgiving's coming up.
Yeah,
but I thought that might not much
Not
work.
quite yet. It's still
Not
early.
Quite yet, yeah.
Although today is a special day for some of us.
Yes, it is a very special day.
Do you have any idea?
Probably not. That's why I said yes. To me, every day is special.
When you wake up and get out of bed.
That's right. I'm on the right side of the ground.
Today, Joe and I are celebrating 4 years of wedded bliss.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, 4 years.
So
a whole 4 years.
So do you have any plans or?
We're so low key. I think the thing is that we just, I don't know, it's so easy together. And we enjoy being together. So we'll probably go to dinner tonight, but nothing great. It's the 5th anniversary. I told him, he goes bowling usually on Thursdays. I'm like, just go bowling. He says, no, I'm taking it off. It's my anniversary. I'm like, okay, all right, just know. So, but next year's 5, so maybe next year we'll do something a little bigger.
There you go.
Anyways, the 4th anniversary is traditionally fruit and flowers.
Okay.
So, he brought me a beautiful bouquet of flowers yesterday.
Oh, that's nice.
Very nice. And so this morning while he was getting ready, I cut one off. I cut one off, and I grabbed an apple off of the counter, and I took his card and I put them in his car. So. Fruit and flowers.
Fruit and flowers. I got it.
Anyways, I'd already given him his gift, and we're enjoying that.
So you were re-gifting.
Yeah. I mean, fruit and flowers.
What a romantic. Okay. You're re-gifting.
Last year, the 3rd anniversary is leather. So he gave me a leather picture frame, all about the 3rd anniversary. It was very sweet. And I gave him bourbon glasses with a leather sleeve on them, with our names and all that. So that was really nice. But fruit and flowers,
Well, it was easy for you. You just took up a piece of fruit and then cut off a flower and put it on there that you were regifting
and
back.
He gave me flowers. He gave me the flowers.
Yeah, I know he did. That's regifting.
The card was cute.
Oh, okay. Come up with something.
It said, on the front it said, wait, we're still married, or you're still married to me? And you open it up and it says, because I'm kind of a lot. I picked that up and I was like, yeah, that's the one. Anyways, happy anniversary, Joe.
Let's
awesome. Move on.
Well,
4 years.
So we have a shout out, actually, and that is to the budget committee.
Yeah.
And, they were able to go through the entire budget within a 2-hour period.
That's incredible.
It is incredible.
Wow.
And I was, I'm kind of, that's amazing to me. And, they it's a lot of work to do that. And then, I think of Barbara McSween and George Stanton and how they're in charge of that's part of one of their positions in the church, and making sure everything's going correctly budget-wise. And it is a lot of work. And
it really is.
It's stressful, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you cross those T's and dot those I's. So, hey, thank you so much. We really appreciate that because we couldn't run without a working budget. Well, it is coming up on the 2nd week of November, and the 2nd week of every month, we provide meals to the Circles people. So that's on Wednesday. So now, here's what's going to happen. Debbie O'Day, she's the one in charge. She's going to be taking sign-ups for the Circles meals before church, and then after church, Sharon Hughes is going to take sign-ups, so you can see either one of them before or after. Now, Debbie is willing to pick up food donations on the west side, so include your phone number if you are interested in having her pick it up to deliver on Wednesday. Otherwise, you deliver it yourself to their new place, which is on Fairview, close to Lowe's.
Okay.
So, if you do happen to live close to Lowe's, you might enjoy seeing Circle's new suite. They have a room for children.
Wow.
Yeah, and it said maps are available on Mark, so I'm assuming you can get those from her this Sunday.
Okay.
So the program has grown. I love that. They feed about 30 every Wednesday. Okay. But you bring an item that would feed 10 to 12. You don't have to think this has to feed 30 people. That would be daunting, right? Yeah. One casserole is good. So we're into the season of giving and Thanksgiving, so consider a donation of food if you have never done it before.
That's great. It's a great thing to do.
Oh, so good.
Too.
Yep.
Well, besides that, Sherri, we have Grace Works.
Right.
And what's going on there's going to be a sign up in the narthex after church to volunteer with Graceworks for the Thanksgiving meal preparation.
Right. We're just going to continue feeding people.
And delivery. Mm-hmm. That's the other key issue, too.
Yeah.
And please volunteer a few hours in reaching out to those in our community who otherwise would not have Thanksgiving dinner.
Right.
And, to think that somebody's not having Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh.
And also there are those that aren't able, they're by themselves.
Exactly.
And that, my heart goes out to those
people. And you're going to make me cry. Stop it. I mean, the thing is, I was just thinking as you were saying that, during one of our alpha sessions, one of our questions was, what is we have icebreakers, I should start by saying that. And one of them is, what is your favorite food? And somebody at the table I was at said, Thanksgiving dinner, like the whole thing. Correct. And it just, for those of us fortunate enough to have been raised in a place where we're in a place of plenty.
Correct.
We just take it for granted that Thanksgiving dinner exists.
Well, and it's amazing because I felt always fortunate growing up as a child that, our families, being on a ranch, there were several families and we would all get together and do that. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking forward to it this year because I'm going to be going up to Montana.
Oh, so exciting.
And there's going to be 38 of us.
Oh, that's neat.
In one dining room.
A big dining room. Big dining room.
Huge, yeah. So I love that. I'm looking really forward to it.
But we do take that for granted.
Well, we do. And also, if you know of a shut-in, that's the thing. Mm-hmm. If we know of shut-ins, we would enjoy having a meal. Please contact Kyle Hamilton.
Yes.
It's extremely important as much as we can get done for these people.
And I think part of that, too, is asking if they'd like for you to come in and share that time with them. Correct. I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Right. So we appreciate having that opportunity. Okay. Well, there are many, many opportunities that are happening, and one of those are the angel tree tags. I've seen people looking at those in the narthex before church. So, if you want to provide a gift for a child whose parent is incarcerated, the gifts are due back by November 26th, and we need you to attach that angel tree tag so we know to whom it is to be delivered.
Okay.
That's not just for your use to say, oh, this is what I need. We need that back so that we get it to the right person.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Yeah, well, if I was hoping for a jump rope and you wanted a G.I. Joe and I ended up with a G.I. Joe and
I got a jump rope, this body couldn't even handle a jump rope.
Neither could this one. It was the first thing that came in my mind. I would have played with a G.I. Joe. I would have. He'd been out there digging holes and playing in Jeeps and all that.
And you married a Joe.
I did marry a Joe. He's not a G.I. Joe, but...
Okay.
That's okay.
That's okay. So now we have Operation Christmas Child Boxes, and they are still available. Mm-hmm. So they are to be back, though, if you have taken one to fulfill it, to be back on November 17th.
Correct. So not this Sunday, but next Sunday.
And it's really important that you do make sure you're on time on returning those. But due to the flooding of their headquarters in North Carolina, they estimated they will have lost over about 1 million boxes that were destroyed. And that, to me, is just horrifying. I mean, that's 1 million children.
Right. Well, and then I was, just so happened that Lynn Weaver, who's in charge of this, was in the office yesterday, and we chatted. We were just chatting. But anyways, she said those boxes, the ones specifically that were destroyed, and Lynn, if you're watching this and I get this incorrect, forgive me, these are the boxes they have to go through very carefully because they're going into those countries that are very high risk. You have to be very careful about what you send. So like if you have a doll, they need to make sure it's not a Barbie or different things. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So we're talking some of the kids in some of the hardest places where you got to be super careful.
Correct.
So, monetary gifts, whatever.
But also, if you can fill in our other box, that would be really appreciated. Or give online. Please do so if you're able. That's
right.
That's important. So
yes. Now, another opportunity, maybe not quite as exciting as some of these things we've asked you to sign up for, but we do have committee meetings this Tuesday, 5:30 and 7. And so if you're on any committees, please show up to those. It's important that we have your input on things, especially as we're wrapping up the year and looking to a new year.
Well, and also we'll have the results of what was decided on the budgeting.
Oh, that's going to be really important.
During those meetings. So,
yes.
That way we can explain what's going to go on.
And really start planning for how we're going to, because there are programs that we are furthering and growing and so.
And that's exciting, I think.
It's all part of opening the gospel.
That's right. It shows growth within our church. So, we have hanging of the greens. Now, I know I despise snow.
He does.
And the cold.
Mr. Montana
but
here.
In fact, I always would say, I love Christmas, and I do. And getting involved and seeing all the decorations and how beautiful everything is. But I always when I first moved here, I thought, couldn't it just snow on Christmas Eve and day and then melt? But,
so basically, you want like Christmas in San Diego or something.
Well, when I first moved down there, they said it hardly ever snowed. What a lie.
But at any rate, the best part of what you enjoy is coming up, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's true. And what's involved with it. But with the hanging of the grains, folks, they really need some help. And they're going to be doing it on Saturday, November 23rd.
Right.
At 9 a.m. And Candy Euler and Will Euler, they're the ones that are kind of in charge of that.
Right.
And if there's somebody else, I'm sorry. I missed you.
We just apologize all around for anything we goof up.
But many hands make work go by quickly.
Absolutely.
And so that's one of the reasons why we're making sure we're announcing this. So it's just not just a few people. We want a lot of you. And it's fun.
It's fun, and there's something for everyone.
Correct.
We've got huge wreaths that have to go way up high, so involving getting on ladders. We've got the Christmas trees. We've got small decorations to go out all over the place, so it doesn't matter young, old, tall, short, mobile, not mobile. We'll find something for you.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think, and so please, that's a good way to get involved with the church if you haven't done anything. And it just takes
one day.
It just takes a few hours, and have fun and meet your fellow congregant. So it'll be fun.
Exactly. As we usher in Advent and all the exciting anticipation of Jesus' birth.
That's right.
All right. We've been doing that since August.
Yeah, we've been planning for
August, and I'm like, is that joy to the world I hear?
Yes, it was.
There are worse things to listen to any time of year. All right, this brings us to our missions to pray for. So our international one is Mission Aviation Fellowship, and that's the one with the planes that go all over the world and pretty nifty.
Yeah.
And then the other one is CASA, which stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates. And these are volunteers that are advocates for children who otherwise might not have a voice in the court.
That's good.
So things that...
Well, and there's situations with that happen because of that. And so that makes it easier for things to be cited by the judge. So, well, it's time to wrap it up, Sherri.
Okay.
So, this is YouTube. So we invite you to like, subscribe, and ring the bells.
A preview of Advent and Christmas time.
That's right.
And of course,
share.
Exactly. All right. So let's see here. We will see you. It looks like we don't have anything exciting happening this weekend other than church, which is always exciting.
That's right.
So we'll see you Sunday morning at church, 10 a.m., live stream or in person. Look forward to it.
Bye.
Bye. and we'll be boring.
And then we'll be boring because my eyes go to both of them.
And I find that my eyes are just kind of rolling in my head the whole time.
What do you see when that happens?
But when I'm editing,
is there a brain?
No,
there's not a brain.
No, if I only had a brain. I swear, I don't know what I'm thinking, but then I go to edit and I'm just like, am I having a stroke? What? I'm like,
please
like,
no.
Focus.
Oh.
I don't know. We need they do for little kids, like they put a little stuffed animal or a smiley face sticker.
Right.
Or something. That's what I need up there. It's just so that I go, that's what I'm looking at.
We'll have Randall with his sock puppet.